What's up guys, continuing on with Zeal Week, I have Kite Tenjo and his awesome Galaxy deck. His deck revolves around getting level 8 monsters on the field and overlaying into his insanely high-tech Exceed monsters to overwhelm your opponent, leaving them to cower in fear, so let's check it out. Starting off with his extra deck, we have Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which can only be matched by Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon himself. Number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. A number 46, Drag Luon. A Star Liege Lord Galaxion, a Star Liege Paladynamo, a number 10 Illuminite, a number 30 Acid Golem of Destruction, and a fusion monster Twin Photon Lizard. As I mentioned earlier, he runs a Galaxy deck which is supported by Photon. So starting off with his ace monster, we have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and then followed up with the Galaxy support, there's Galaxy Knight, Galaxy Tyranno, a Galaxy Wizard, and a Galaxy Mirror Sage. The incoming Photon support is Paladin of Photon Dragon, which is awesome because he's a ritual, a Photon Caesar, a Photon Leo, a Photon Slasher, a Photon Thrasher, a Photon Crusher, and then we end with the rhymes with a Photon Chargeman, a Photon Circle, a Photon Cerberus, a Photon Pirate. He has 2 Photon Lizards, and those are all of his Photon monsters. For the rest of his monster support, we have an Overlay Sentinel and an Overlay Booster, which both have grave effects depending on Exceed monsters on the field, 3 Daybreakers, which help with his rank 4 plays, Reverse Busters to deal with face down monsters, a Light Serpent whose effect can only be set off with Illuminite, but I really like the art on this card and it reminds me of Sinister Serpent, so I wanted to add it, a Plasma Ball to attack directly, a Shining Angel to summon your 1500 or less monsters when he's destroyed, a Dimension Wanderer because 3000 damage is awesome, and a Goddess with the Third Eye for polymerization. For his spell cards, I have a Galaxy Expedition for an instant rank 8 play if you already control a level 8, a Galaxy Zero because it combos awesome with Galaxy Expedition, an Axel Light because it lets me pull monsters right out of my deck, a Photon Veil to search out certain light monsters, a Message in the Bottle because if you can pull out 3 monsters and one of them is level 8 and you can possibly tribute the other 2 for another Photon Caesar or let's say a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, you now have 2 level 8s and you can go into an awesome Exceed. A Monster Reborn because every character from Zeal that's one of like the main characters actually use Monster Reborn. Yuma had 2 in his deck for some reason. I didn't add them in his deck because his deck is actually already really strong. I didn't want to give him something that overwhelms all the other anime decks anyway. So I figured, you know, he already has good support. I won't put Monster Reborn there. But in this deck there is a lot of monsters in the deck and not a lot of spells, so I figured having one of this would help. A Photon Lead because it lets you special summon light monsters, a Luminous Dragon Ritual because we can't summon Paladin of Photon any other way, a Polymerization for his Photon Twin Lizard, an XYZ Double Back to have a comeback when they destroy your Exceed monsters, an Overlay Regen to give your Exceed monster an extra material, and 1 Trap which is Luminize, which is kind of like a weaker Honest, but it does work really nice if you have 2 monsters and they're trying to get rid of both. You would negate one on one and then power up another one and have it just be super strong. So that was it for my Kite Tenjo deck. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Make sure to tune in Friday for Shark's deck profile, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you do so I can charge up my Photon Change and destroy any duelist in my way.